This movie was extremely bad. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies have been hit or miss, but they've all been fun movies in my opinion. I mean, we can all look at the fucking 2013 remake. I think that's when it came out anyway, with the "Do Your Thing, Cuz" line. Extremely terrible line. But I think the movie was fine besides that. There was some really cool stuff in that movie too. Personally, I had no problems with them taking scenes from the original and the other movies. Um, yeah, you could be original, but it's definitely harder for this series to do that for some reason. But in this movie, I think it's the most noticeable. The one douchey character gets killed with a hammer and he shakes on the ground like the original kill. A girl gets impaled on a hook. She actually survives it though, which is crazy. Also referencing the original movie. When she jumps out the window, referencing the original movie. They reference the fucking door scene from the original movie, and it just falls extremely flat. About, your brother broke the damn door scene. It's just really, really terrible. There's pedophilia, rape threats, sexual assault threats. They don't even really follow the cannibalism thing because, as far as I remember, I don't think they referenced them being cannibals even once. And they literally order pizza. They order fucking pizza. These people are supposed to be cannibals. There's a lot of really, really goofy shit. The only somewhat decent kill in the movie is a guy getting his neck snapped. The kills just fucking suck in this movie. You would at least hope for good kills in this movie. But this movie is just terrible. The characters act fucking alien. Like, they don't act like real people at all. Like, even, like, the actual acting. Like, not just the lines they're delivering. The actual acting isn't the greatest. Which, no offense to the people involved. They're just working with what they're given. But they're not very good at it. Matthew McConaughey is pretty fucking terrible in this movie. Everybody's pretty terrible in this movie. A girl flashes her breast at high schoolers. Even though she's a grown woman. There's a guy that constantly quotes people for some reason. Like, he talks about useless L. Grant, who is S. Grant, I think it might be, who was a president or whatever. But he also does it like with other people throughout the movie. That's like his main thing. He ends up getting hit with a hammer and dying because like he never shows up again, so I'm assuming he's supposed to be dead. I wouldn't be surprised because all the other kills are pretty fucking lame. The main cannibal woman character kidnaps one of the main characters and puts her in a trunk and I guess leaves with the trunk still open. And then she ends up going back to shut her up. And the girl promises she'll shut up if she gets a hole poke in the bag, which, as far as I remember, I don't think she's restrained. So you'd think she would try and break the hole open more and escape or something. She doesn't. And she actually, like, complies. Like, she says, if I poke a hole in the bag, will you shut up? And she says, yeah. Like, what kind of fucking shit is this? What kind of person acts like that? She just shuts up because the killer tells her to. And, oh my god, it's just so fucking stupid, this movie. Leatherface doesn't really do anything. For a while, he does too much stuff. Like, his character just screams a lot, and it's just extremely fucking annoying. It's almost unbearable. I wanted to turn the movie off at so many points. One of the main guy characters, incredibly terrible person. He basically says that he should be able to touch this girl's tits because she has tits. and he's not a very good guy. He ends up locking a guy out of his own house, but most houses don't have one door. He just locks one house and then just casually walks around. I thought he was actually lying at first because the guy's pointing a gun at him, trying to get him into the house. And he was like, "Oh, I had to use the bathroom anyway." Then he locks the door and calls him a dumbass. Um, but like, I'm sure there's other doors, and he actually apparently did have to go to the bathroom because he goes in there and pisses. I thought that was just like a lie. But yeah, he gets killed by Leatherface or whatever, so at least he's out of the movie. Um, it's just extremely terrible. They also do like this weird government plot. I don't know what this movie's doing. It's just really terrible. It's not a good Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. It's not a good movie either.